going to try and make sure it's not a two-parter. I don't know what happened yesterday because I thought I'd got it sorted. So 28th of July 2025. The song is Timing. Ticka, 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 timing. I do have it sometimes for personal reads because it fits many scenarios. It's either somebody's running out of time, somebody needs to organise their time better, or it's the right time. We'll find out. So we've got Capricorn, which is ambition, career. We've got 11th house of wishes and dreams coming true. And we've got communication, Mercury. So there is some sort of communication coming that makes your dreams come true. A success. Capricorn always gets where it's going. So that sounds good so far, doesn't it? 28 is the magician, and yesterday was giving us miracles. So that's because we're thinking positive, hopefully. So we don't need him upside down. We want him upright. The mask's off. We need a miracle taking place. So let's see. 28th of July 2025. Got some new incense. I wish you could smell it because it's lovely. So I don't know which by. Ticka, 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 timing. Timing is the thing. So, yeah, timing. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, as the gambler says. Ticka, 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 timing. So that didn't happen for no reason. So Kenny Rogers and the gambler could be important. So somebody may be a gambler, maybe you've won something. I've got a lottery ticket that I've got to check. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Timing. Thank you, Elaine, and thank you, April, for helping me out still. When I know that you have. I've seen everybody's thing, but I've got so many comments on so many days that I've missed now. I'm going to have to go on my laptop and sort it all out. So I do appreciate it, you know I do. Big hugs. What am I doing? Chris, me and you will have a catch up this week. Get a chance. I hope you're doing alright, love. There it is in the sweet spot. Very rarely fail, do they? So, got warm and generous friends there again, which is good. Slow and steady improvements in finance and career. Females in uniform. It doesn't have to be military, police or nursing, it can be any uniform. So it is definitely about timing then, because we're at the crossroads again. And we keep coming there because it's a circle drive. If you keep taking the wrong path, you will keep coming back to that crossroads. So the definition of insanity for you is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. You need to take the path less travelled, the one you always said you would never take, to get what you want, because that's the deal. That's how Spirit makes you learn. 2 days. Say yes. It will make you very happy. Don't reject any offers that come your way if they're genuine. You have to be prepared to be vulnerable. You have to be prepared to get hurt. Otherwise, you'll never get what you want. There's a problem here with shared resources, the reproductive organs, so Scorpio again, but they're all minor arcanas. This is possibly a female that tends to drink or self-medication. It could be depression, but this is somebody that is closed off, not giving love of any kind. This woman, however, is nurturing. She's a feeder. She is a good and generous friend. Taurus energy. You give her lemon, she'll give you lemonade. She's, yeah. Then we've got the miracles happening if you stay positive. Today's card. However, we've got the 11th house, which is there in the dice of Aquarius. For this to happen, you have to revisit the past. You have to face the chaos. And don't lose hope. Only then can there be healing and freedom. And there is love there because the rose is there, so the name Rose could be important. But those are the ghosts of the past. The ghosts in, or the thoughts in your head that are stopping you from doing what you truly want to do. You are strong enough. You can tame the beast. This could be a power struggle, or it could be an issue with a Leo. 8 and 26. You can conquer the beast. Courage is needed. 8 or 26 and 17. Fred, Ian, David, Penny, Doris. Yeah. So, courage. Be strong. You can do this. The answer is yes. Someone's not going to be happy about it, and that's maybe what's holding you back. Someone's going to turn their back on you, if that's the case. So, or you've turned your back on love, and now you're concentrating on career and finance. Stability, security, safety. Doing what's safe. But if you do what's safe, Spirit is saying, then you not being strong. Yeah, a rejection. That door that was slammed in your face. You believe that there is only one path. And now you feel isolated and alone, lonely in a room full of people, feeling half erased, invisible. You have everything you need, but nothing you want. 5 years at least. Yeah, you can't sit on the fence anymore. You have to make a choice. And fight for what you believe in. Fight for what you want. These are all minor arcana, so you already know this. For another 5 changes. 3 5s. 2 5s. Emotions and finance. This is the thing. You either follow your heart and sell your soul to love, or follow the money and sell your soul to the devil. Stop living in the past. The past is over. The future's not promised. You have to live in the now. Build a bridge. Get over it. Stop crying over spilt milk. There is unfinished business here. Studies, travel, Sagittarius. Don't act in haste because you repent at leisure, but don't give up. Yeah. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So this decision you think is going to be so catastrophe that you can't do it. But if you don't, you'll never get what you want. Your wishes and dreams can't come true until you decide enough is enough. An end to pain, physical, emotional, a passing even. And then you can move forward. 22, the Fool. Richard, London. The dog, there's born in you the dog, the key to your future. You've got to be prepared to look the fool. Stop sacrificing yourself. Wednesday, Odin. Playing the victim, being the martyr, thinking you're going to get what you want because you won't. There's issues here with the liver and feet. Pisces energy. So prisons for some prisoners, a mental prison maybe for you. So 12 is negative, 22 is positive. Possibly a trip to London for some. You hold the key to your future, no one else. So make it happen. Manifest it. Yeah, there is a bond here that cannot be broken. Maybe you thought it could. Now you're trapped in a mental prison of your own making with all the swords, which are words and thoughts. So all the things that people have said to you from being a child. Keep the peace, don't do this, you can't do that, you shouldn't do this. You are your own person. It is time to stand up and remember that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Do what needs to be done for you. You're no longer should be sitting in a mental prison. Trauma from the past is probably triggering you. Worried that the same thing will happen again, or bad memories of the past. Child abuse, that sort of thing. Your children, siblings, you have to let it all go. This is the Alice card. Stop being stubborn. Stop holding on to something. The more you resist, the more it will persist. So the more effort you put into something that isn't for you, the worse it will get. Narrow-mindedness. Yeah. Illness and bad temper. Power struggles. 8 and 26 again. Leo again. It is lack of backbone. It is cowardice, and spirit don't want that. And they always double up, which they've done with these cards for a reason. Issues with the heart and back. Somebody may be using that as bribery. Because we've got a third part here. Something coming between you and what you want and bringing a lot of confusion. Minor surgery, perhaps. Heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. Patience is needed. Your ships will come in eventually. Whatever's yours cannot be taken from you. It will always be yours. But we end as we began, with the apathy there. So you have to take action. You can't just sit there and expect it all to work out for itself. It's not going to. Separations. You have a choice to make that you don't want to make. 6 or 24. But I'm afraid that choice has to be made. You can no longer sit on the fence. Adam, Eve, Lily, the Garden of Eden, the snake and the apple tree. So, tenth house then, ambition, status. Somebody likes the finer things in life, they don't want to lose the status. Capricorn, the knees, the bones, the teeth, geriatric issues, workplace, home, government buildings, law courts. The colours red and white. Outer environment, public life, social status, your ambition, your parents, your career, trade or profession, recognition and authority figures. This is where we try to make our mark on this world. This is the house of motivation or lack of it, to strive with success. If one had Saturn in this position, progress would be slow but persistent, slow and steady. Mars is aiming for the top. It may indicate the profession followed. Mars and Aries are traditionally associated with aggressive professions. Mercury, which we've got, and Gemini with careers that involve writing. So the written word, Saturn and Capricorn can indicate a teacher or upholder of the law. The Jupiter, Sagittarius and Pisces are travel. So travel and writing. Maybe a travel writer. Put them both together. That was wrong. So I'm looking at the dice now. I don't know why. I went for the 10th house, and it's actually Capricorn and 11th house. So this is about your wishes and dreams. This is about the ankles and legs. This is about your tribe, finding your tribe. The colour, yellow. The group activities and socialising. This is where your sense of identity is extended to a bigger group. Not your family, but your chosen family. It's the domain of your hopes and wishes. It is what is envisioned and aspired to for the good of society. For those with social awareness, the dream is for the good of all. But for those who have not yet developed a sense of social integration, all the dreams will centre around self, so selfishness. So, sorry about that. Mercury, Capricorn, straight to the point with Capricorn, pretty blunt. Conventional communication, strong-minded, constructive, practical, controlled, calculating but susceptible. Mercury in Capricorn has a strong sense of how things must be or ought to be, and that's the problem, I think. You don't think you should be allowed this, whatever it is. So, Bacana, Beth, the birch tree, a birth, a general fertility, mental and physical personal growth. There we go, a new chapter. So, Bacana. It's the breasts, so there could be problems there because we've got Scorpio in there. Number 18. So. It's about births, it's about childbirth, it's about Aquarius there, the swan, widows, single mothers, divorcees, somebody barren. And agriculture. So farmers. Elopement, running away to get married, Gretna Green, that type of thing. It is in the upright, thankfully. So it's the rune of new beginnings. It indicates good news. So Mercury, birth, fertility, and a time of family rejoicing, such as a wedding. The rune's link with the birch tree in particular, and agriculture in general, shows that a time of personal growth is on the way. This may involve material, domestic, or by far the most likely possibility, spiritual affairs, because Bacana is also associated with intuition, the higher self, and the soul's purpose on earth. As a more specific indicator, Bacana suggests that a new project is getting off the ground, but will need rigorous care and attention for it to thrive. Much as a human infant needs the loving care of its mother in order to thrive and develop. Traditionally, Bacana relates to women's issues, particularly feminine health and the care of infants. In its upright position, the rune can be regarded as a good omen and denotes proper growth and development. If your question is about health, It symbolises natural regenerative powers, a raising of the spirits and a sense of well-being that returns, which is good. We'll do this one first today, the badger. The badger and the ginkgo. It's number 32. The badger and the ginkgo. Ginkgo is sacred ancient tree. Fossil records show the tree first arose in the Jurassic period, millions of years ago. Native to Asia, the ginkgo is a symbol of peace and hope. In China, it can be seen in temples. So there's your hope. And can be seen in temples and gardens in Japan. The badger, in contrast, is known to be hot-headed and aggressive. Due to its speed and tendency to roam at night, the badger is often cast as a sinister shapeshifter from Europe and Asia. So, hot-headed, that's the Knight of Wands, wherever he's gone. Act in haste, there he is. Tempered by ginkgo, the badger invites us to reflect on harm we may have caused and seek to heal those wounds. Yeah, revisit the past. Someone has hurt you or you them. The person in question may not be aware of their wrong, but your pain is undeniable. Yeah, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Be gentle with yourself. Lick your wounds so they can heal properly. Am I inflicting my own wounds on others? And what steps can I take towards healing this? So, and the Witch's Garden, number 33. There is nothing will grow here whilst this situation carries on. So it is in the reverse, 33, negative energy. It has many signs and all elements. So here we go. The Latin name, there is none, because this is the Witch's Garden. The Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune. All signs plus spirit. So the Witch's Garden is the work of the Green Witch. Seeds are planted, some with love and attention. Things take root and grow, often in places others than where they were planted. So they'll come through concrete. They are strong enough, and so are you. Witches' gardens blooms and bear fruit and go to seed and begin the cycle all over again. The garden contains medicines, poisons, both held in beauty. Many require careful tending and demand our attention, but must grow wild, doing better in disturbed soil than behind the perfect picket fence. Many of the darkest and deadliest of plants need full sun to grow their shadowy powers, and others need shade of the north to beneath a tree, as if the forest with dappled sunlight. Many of the witches' banes are quite thirsty and need more water than you would expect to thrive, but can also survive the drought. The garden welcomes insects and arachnids and the creepy crawlies, worms and slugs and four-legged and winged creatures that may come to feast and heal. Nothing must take too much, for the witch has their own plans for the medicines and magic. This garden is all medicine, but in truth, in return to the earth and all that has been offered beyond the single virtues of any one plant. While still a garden, the Witch's Garden harkens back to the mystery of hedges, the meadows, the valleys, the swamp, the forest, and all that is discovered in each place. The Witch's Garden is our attempt to bring a bit of sacred place to our home, to our own land, to see our allies each day growing and thriving all around, and through them keep more connected to the mysteries of nature. Further afield, the Witch's Garden is a return to our true nature as one of the many wild things helping us find the primal magic in the midst of domestication. So stay wild, moon child. It is in the reverse. If the witch's garden appears upside down in your reading, ask yourself, what isn't clearly planted in your life? What has been uprooted? What is unbalanced within these elements? How are the twin powers within misaligned? Then work on rectifying the imbalance and start your garden work again. Tend to the seed of your intention in the garden of your soul. We all have 2 dragons or 2 wolves fighting every day within inside us. The one that we feed is the one that we win. So think positively and manifest your own reality. The bees, the flowers, the roots, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Not unlike that, but they've made the right choice. They were both there in reverse. So someone here is either making the wrong choice, which that's not possible, or they're avoiding this choice, and the choice must be made. Because your choices have consequences, and those consequences shape your destiny. And your destiny is always waiting for you. There is no wrong choices. So thanks for listening. I'll write up the song. I'll speak soon. Love and light.